Hello, it's Lee. As you'll notice, I've had a haircut. My colour won't stay like this. I'm going to dye it this colour, which is raspberry. These are the new colours from Schwarzkopf. They're called Ultra Bright. And they have raspberry, and they have an orange, which is like literally burning bright orange. But I thought I'd go for this one. Right, so I have some books to show you, rather a lot, actually. Yeah, just looking at my pile here, there is a lot of books. So I'm just going to get on with it. The first book I have is The Long Fern. Now this is by Jake Arnott. And it's about the 60s. So, on the back it says, London, the swinging 60s, welcome to the manor. So I'm looking forward to reading this. The next book I got, it's not really a book, it's the Penguin Writer's Manual. So, you know, it's by Martin Manser and Stephen Curtis, and I am a writer, but, you know, I just thought I'd pick it up and see what it's about. And it has really cool things like if you're using a word, I'll explain, hang on. So it covers grammar, usage, vocabulary, spelling, punctuation and abbreviations. So it has things in here like foreign plurals, zero plurals and invariable nouns, the gender of nouns, possessive form of nouns, nouns as modifiers. So it's just a book, like a handbook for writers. So if you're a writer, you can, you know, discover how to write better English. So that's that. I've got Tunnels by Roderick Gordon and Brian Williams. I'll read you the back. It says, 14-year-old Will Burrows lives with his family in London. He has little in common with them except for a passion for digging which he shares with his father. When his father suddenly disappears down an unknown tunnel, Will decides to investigate with his friend Chester. Soon they find themselves deep underground where they unearth a dark and terrifying secret. A secret which may cost them their life. So, I thought that sounded really interesting. And then I got The Looking Glass Wars by Frank Bedder. Now this is a retelling of Alice in Wonderland. It's a bit more gory and stuff like that. And this isn't the only one, there's two more in this series as well. The second one is called Seeing Red, and the third one is called Arch Enemy, and I would like to get them all, because I read this online, and I thought it was fantastic, and then it was published, so, you know, I want to get them all and read them all. And then I have The Brutal Art by Jesse Kellerman. So this is about a guy, an artist. For art dealer Ethan Muller, this is the discovery of a lifetime. He displays the pictures in his gallery and watches as they rocket up in value. Yeah, it's about a tenant in a New York slum who has disappeared, and he left behind a huge collection of sick but brilliant paintings. And I just thought it sounded really cool, and it's got a really nice cover with like 3D effect blood spots. So I thought that was cool. Sorry if I'm squinting a bit, the sun's just come out and it's right in my face. Next book I got is Citrus County by John Brandon. This is about actually, I don't know what it's about, but you know, it looked good, so I picked it up. I'm sure I like it because I like most books. And then I got 3-Day Road by Joseph Boyden. This is an uncorrected bound proof of a book about war and loyalty, it says. But I've never read a book about war, like a proper book, apart from Catch-22 by Joseph Heller, which I love. But yeah, this is about war. And I never really actually sat down and read an account of war. So, I will enjoy reading that, I reckon. I then got Hannibal, Fields of Blood by Ben Kane. And I never really read a historical book either. I'll read you the back because it sounds really interesting. Hannibal's campaign to defeat Rome continues as he marches south to confront his enemy. With him is a young soldier, Hanno. Like his general, Hanno burns to vanquish Rome. Never has the possibility seemed so likely. But a stealthy game of cat and mouse is being played as Rome's generals seek to avoid confrontation. Eventually the two armies meet under a fierce summer sun. The place is Cannae, the Fields of Blood. The battle will go down in history as one of the bloodiest ever fought. A battle in which Hanno knows he must fight as never before, just to stay alive. So that sounds really good, and like I said, I've never read a book like this, so that will be interesting. So yeah, that's Fields of Blood by Ben Kane. And then I got The Yard by Alex Grecian, which is cool. It's about a serial killer a year after Jack the Ripper stops killing. So I thought that was really good, and it's quite big actually. It is, how many pages? Including the prologue, it's 583 pages. So it's quite massive, but I really like the spine. It looks really cool on the shelf. And then I picked up from Asda Odd Apocalypse by Dean Koontz. Now, I really wanted to read this book when it came out in hardcover, but I didn't have enough money. Now it's out in paperback, and I saw it in Asda and I bought it. What I didn't realise is that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 7th book in this series, so I might pick up the others. But I don't know, I think I can read this without needing to read the others, if you know what I mean. I hope so anyway. And then I did another silly thing. I got this from Asda. It's Frankenstein the Dead Town. And this is the last book in this series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. This is the 5th book in the series and the last. But I think I can read this without having to read the others. I hope so, because if I read it and I don't know what's going on, then I'm going to be a bit annoyed with myself. But and then also from Asda, I got Doll Bones by Holly Black. I saw Katie Tastic haul this. I think it was in her May haul, or maybe April haul. And hers is like a normal size hardback, the American version, and then this is a small one, little tiny one, which I don't mind because it's really nice and cute and small, but the big hardback would have been nicer. This is actually only 244 pages, which is good. I don't like reading massively long books, so yeah. And then from Asda again, I got The Orphan Choir by Sophie Hannah. This is about a woman who hears music that only she can hear, and is sung by a choir of children that only she can see. So, because what happened is, she moves away because her neighbour is really obnoxious and what's the word? No, I don't know, he just loves himself, and he really pisses her off. So she moves, and everything's lovely and hunky-dory, and she starts hearing this random music, and everything goes a bit, whoa! Sorry, the sun is still annoying me. Let me see if I can just... Oh, that's better. I should have done that earlier. Oh no. Yeah, that's much better now. Sorry. I'll review this video before I put it up, and If I need to, I will record it again. And if not, then you'll see it in this form as it is. And the last book I got is The Shining Girls by Lauren Bukes. This is the one I'm really excited about. And I'll read you the back. Alice, Julia, Margot, Jin-Suk, Kirby, Zora, Willie, Misha, Catherine. His shining girls, all waiting to die. A life's work. Where does the time go? And the inside flap. The inside flap is what grabbed me here. I got this in Asda as well, actually, and it was only £5. I was really surprised. I'll read you the inside flap because this is what made me buy it. It's not my fault, it's yours. You shouldn't shine. You shouldn't make me do this. Chicago, 1931. Harper Curtis, a violent drifter, stumbles on a house with a secret as shocking as his own twisted nature. It opens onto other times. He uses it to stalk his carefully chosen shining girls through the decades and cut the spark out of them. He's the perfect killer, unstoppable, untraceable, he thinks. Chicago, 1992. They say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Tell that to Kirby Mizraki, whose life was shattered after a brutal attempt to murder her. Still struggling to find the attacker, Kirby's only ally is Dan, an ex-homicide reporter who covered the case and now might be falling in love with her. As Kirby investigates, she finds the other girls, the ones who didn't make it. The evidence is impossible, but for a girl who shouldn't be dead, impossible doesn't mean it didn't happen. Ooh. Yes, that is The Shining Girls by Lauren Bukes, which has an amazing cover. And spine. And back, actually. Look at the back. It's lovely. I'm really excited to read this one. And it's based on a true story, or somebody's account of a true story. And it's told in a few perspectives, it looks like, not just one perspective. Dan, Kirby, and Harper. So it looks like it's written in 3 perspectives, which is interesting because I read a book that was written from 2 perspectives. That was Breathe by Sarah Crossan, but never 3 perspectives. That would be interesting. So that is it for my haul. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon.